Good morning. This is Elsie Kerns, and I'm here with my colleague, Brenda Kiss. I wanted to talk to her about her Fear to Freedom Sisterhood retreat that's coming up the end of June. And Brenda, I know you combine neuroscience with spirituality to create that transformation in the sacred space that will be happening the end of June at beautiful Whispering Oaks. So, welcome. And my first question to you is what makes your retreats, your sisterhood retreats, different from other retreats?
Yeah, so I feel like there's a couple things that, first of all, Elsie, thank you so much for sharing and supporting and being for putting this together. And so I think there's a couple things that set my retreat apart. In fact, I remember talking to one of the women that came to my retreat 2 years ago who had done many other retreats, and she was blown away by her experience. And I'll share a little bit more about her later if you want, but she had never experienced something so deeply profound. And we all stay together. So it's a really intimate, beautiful community. We all stay in this mansion together. So it's not just you attend workshops or anything like that. We're literally working and mirroring and helping each other see the patterns of thinking and behaviors that are causing the discomfort in people's lives. So that's one thing that really that small intimate togetherness. The other thing I see that sets us apart is we don't just come to relax at our retreat. This retreat is a deeply emotional, spiritual, transformational breakthrough weekend. And we are literally working the whole time we're together. So it's not for everybody. If you want to relax and go retreat somewhere, this is not for you, but this is for the woman who really is looking for that deep transformation. Um, and we work with spirit, we work with energy, we work with the mind, and we work with the body. So our processes are I'll say many different things from meditation to uh, I don't want to give my secrets out, but meditations to visualizations, but even with our body, we do a lot with the body because a lot of the energy and thoughts and traumas get stuck in our body. So the body becomes our tool through the weekend.
Great. So, Brenda, I did read a number of those wonderful testimonials that women from past retreats have given you, but you just mentioned one or two that came to memory. So, is there maybe one transformation or breakthrough that you can share that, one of your clients had at the retreat?
Yeah. So the one I'm coming to my mind right now. I've been doing this for a few years, so there's lots to share. But the one that's coming through my mind right now is Catherine. Catherine came with the expectation. She set the intention, and I have a really fun process that we go through in the beginning to set your intention. And she's like, she had been to Tony Robbins. She had been to many different retreat weekends. And so she had high expectations. And I was like, okay. And she said, I want to leave here a completely different person. I want to break the barrier that is holding me down for not getting her business and her life out there in the way that she wanted to. And she came very rigid, meaning she had a lot of structure in her life. So much so, she set an alarm. She had 40 alarms on her watch, so she knew exactly where to go all the time. And so I knew there was some big shoes to fill this weekend, but she went through the weekend, and by the end of the weekend, she was completely different. She was soft, she was gentle, she was in her feminine power and was able to get rid of this identity of her masculine identity, not to get rid of it, but not let it be her driving soul. And she was able to soften and really claim who she is from an from inspired action, not this outside validation, I need this to feel successful. It came from inside.
Well, that sounds very, really deep that she was able to go to that deep level, especially after everything else she had been to. And obviously, you have the ability to create this safe space so women can be seen and heard and supported by the whole group. Do you want to speak about that? Because it's so important for us to feel safe.
Yeah. Well, that's actually the first thing we do when someone works with me is we have to create safety because if we don't create safety, you won't go to the deep spaces like you just said. So, I mean, there's a lot of behind the scenes energy that I put into the retreat that a lot of spirits, a lot of guides that I call in to create and hold the container. There are just some really beautiful um, rituals that we create in the beginning of our retreat to set the energy of the like it's already been in place for the last 3 weeks. The group of women have already started to build the energy and trust into what's going to take place. Um, and I, so there's a lot of that, but I feel like one of the number one ways to create safety is helping people to relax into their bodies. And that's how we start our retreat. We really come into our bodies, we come um, into the experience um, with like there's I don't know if you want me to go into all the ways I do that, but we come into the body so that the body can finally relax to feel safe. And I do believe it not only comes from me, it comes from the women that show up in this retreat. They are highly conscious or desire to be highly conscious women.
Mhm.
And they really leave their judgments at the out. Like we really make this a non-judgment and zone. And what does that mean? We give women permission to just express however they want to express, because that's what women have been holding back for so long, is their inability to express their emotions. So we set that tone from the moment you sign on, really.
Well, it sounds as though what you said earlier when we spoke, that you made a distinction between leaving a retreat feeling good versus literally transformed. And that
Mm.
sounds exactly like what you have created.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. The women leave. I've had one woman say it's like 10 years of therapy in one weekend. And she felt completely different. And here's the thing, it's not completely different. There's tools and techniques and things that they learn at the weekend that they can continue to implement, right? Because transformation isn't a one-time experience, but it is taking what you learn and put it into practice. And so we have that component as well. It's like taking these tools to continue their journey as well.
Well, you are certainly ready for this retreat. And I want to tell everyone that you can get full details or you can set up a free chat with Brenda if you have more questions about this. You can go to specials.brendakiss.com and all that information will also be available. You can call her at 609 892 8740 again to set up a free chat to see if this retreat is right for you now. Brenda, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah. Thank you, Elsie. Thank you very much.
Great. Thanks, everyone. And any questions, again, there will be only 2 spots. I think there are only 2 spots left. Am I right, Brenda, right now?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I think there'll be a wait list. So get a chance to talk to Brenda if this feels right for you. It's a perfect time, the end of June. Okay, take care, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.